Hello everyone, welcome to Simply Stamping with Narelle. I'm going to just find myself on my iPad so I can watch for any comments. Just gonna wait a little bit for people to join. If you're here, pop on and say hello. And there's a problem on my iPad and I can't actually see myself, so wait a second. Oh, technology, it's just wonderful, isn't it? I am hoping that I'm live, but I actually can't see. There I am live. Okay, and I can see comments. Hello, Sylvia. Thank you for joining me. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Gosh, I was just about to sneeze before just after I hit the live button, I felt this massive sneeze come on, and it didn't eventuate, so that's good. How are we all? I hope we are all good. Doing lots of crafting if we are in lockdown. Yay, I'm live. Thank you, Teresa, and thank you for jumping in and watching. Now I'm going to do a couple of Christmas cards today, and I actually had these prepped a few weeks ago. And then lost an aunt, so had a little bit of time off, and then I'm back to it now, and I thought I'll do these cards. But my caveat up front is I designed these cards like nearly a month ago, so I'm likely to have forgotten what I did when I designed them. So, you know, if I lose my way or I do something wrong, that's my get out of jail free card. I designed them quite some time ago, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Hey, all right, so these are the two cards, and I'm going to create them basically using one element that's used on two. Now that's probably really confusing. Thanks, Teresa, but when I get going it will make sense. So I'm using the Peace and Joy stamp set and the Joy dies. I love these. Any word dies I am absolutely in love with. I just think that they add something really special to a card, more than just a stamp sentiment. I really love word dies. So when I saw these and they were layered, I went, oh, I have to have them. Hey Judy, thanks for watching. Hello Heather. Yeah, so these are amazing, and jumped into my cart as soon as I could get them. So these are the two cards I'm making, and you basically stamp this piece of white whisper white and then cut out the sentiment. Can you see the red dotty under there? Well, that's cut out from this, so when I get going it will make sense. I have all my bits and bobs ready, so hopefully, you know, as I start creating it'll all come flooding back to me what I did. It may not, and they may end up totally different, but hey. So I just have two standard cards here. So just white cards. Each then has a DSP layer. This one has green, this one has red. You can use whatever DSP you want. You could use those sides, but I wanted a more deeper colour, not so much a white background on the DSP. So that's just those layers. Then I have this layer, which is actually the front of this card, and like I said, we're going to use elements from this to create this card. So we're basically stamping once, creating two cards, if that makes sense. I've then got my white whisper white cardstock for my die cutting. I have pre-stamped and cut out the holly because no one's got time to sit and watch me cut out stuff. I love fussy cutting, and I realised you either love it or you hate it. There's no in between with fussy cutting, and I'm a lover of fussy cutting, but I can understand it can be really boring when you have to sit there and watch someone cut out, I know, what is there, 2, 4, 6, 8 of these holly leaves and the little berries. So I did them ahead of time, okay? And then I have my ribbon. Now for some, oh no, here we go, I've lost it, there we go. We've got the sheer, real red sheer, and the Mossy Meadow diagonal stripe ribbon. And that's all we need for this card besides the stamp set and the dies and maybe some ink. So let's start with the ink. I think I've used Cherry Cobbler. Now I'm not that organised and I don't have everything, my stamps mounted or stuff, you know. I was just out patting the dog and admiring all the flowers on our mandarin tree and got excited because we're going to get lots of mandarins. And then I went, oh, look at that. It's time for me live. I better get my skates on. Alright, so we're going to be stamping this panel, which is just the little, I call them stars of snowflakes. I don't know what they are. Are they stars or snowflakes? They could be either. What's everyone else call them? Hey, Teresa. Thank you for joining me. Right, so excuse the noise while I get them out. But I'm just using that one and this one. And yes, they are pink because I used Cherry Cobbler on them. And even though it discolours the stamps, it has no effect whatsoever. They still stamp just as good. And the bonus is, if you're a bit hard of sight, because they're hard of hearing, that's not going to help your stamping, is it? If your eyes aren't that great like mine, you can actually see better where you're stamping because they're pink. But anyway, so what I'm going to stamp is just all this snowflakey star bit, and I'm going to roughly work out the shape of the bright so that I can get a guide as to, is that bright? I think that's bright. Because I don't want stars all the way around. I just want it around the word. So I can either freestyle stamp it, or I can actually trace this with a pencil so I have more of a guide. And then you can rub it out later. So I'm going to trace it with a pencil so I know roughly where I want my stars to be stamped. Because the idea, is that you just want like a little bit of a backing behind the die cut. This doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to rub it out anyway. So make sure you use a pencil and not a pen. Okay. So I'm going to make these two cards, and then if you all want to hang around, I'm going to use another card that is part of today's stamp sale. So if you're not aware, 24 hours, which is today, till midnight tonight, I think it's midnight tonight, that's 24 hours, isn't it? Yes. We have a select range of stamps that are 15% off. So make sure you jump across to my store and have a look. I do have on my Facebook page, I do have a link to the stamp sale with all the stamps there. So jump in, have a look. If you need the link later, let me know. I can message it to you. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm basically setting my boundary. So I don't really want to go any further than where these are with my stamps. So I'm just going to cover it all. See, no rhyme or reason. We just want lots of these stamps. Now I'm going to come back with the big one probably, but I'm going to fill in now with a little one. And I want it quite dense in the middle because I'm going to cut that out to create the second layer on this card here. So, like I said, I don't want to go beyond that row of stars I put around the edge. And I don't want too many that you can't actually tell that they're stars, but then I also want it dense enough that it creates a bit of feature on this card. It doesn't just look like, you know, a white die cut with a few strokes of something on there. So this is nice and simple. You don't even have to think about this. Pretty mindless stamping. And it doesn't take long. Does anyone find they have a rhythm when they stamp? Like I notice when I stamp my ink pad, I tap twice. I don't know why, because I should get enough ink tapping once, but it's just a habit I've got. I now find that I just always tap twice on the ink pad. That's strange. Alright, so I think that might be okay. I put this away, I don't know why, I need this out again. I can see my pencil line, but I just want to get a better look. When I put this on, I can't see enough. I want to add a few more out here. So if I die cut there, I'm not really seeing much down here either. Oops. You can just keep adding, and you can even do it multicolours, like it's not an exact science, it's just a bit of a different effect. So I'm going to be happy with that. Alright, I could be here all day stamping these little stars. So let's see how this goes. Now I don't want to cut out the big one on this one. I'm only using the middle one. So I probably went a bit overboard there because I just realised I haven't used the big one there. But you know, that's what happens when you design things a month before you actually show them. It's all okay, it's all good. And so my ink wasn't quite dry and now it's going to smudge, but yeah, all good. All good. So if, going back to the 24-hour sale for the stamps, 15% off. If you were considering joining, you also get to add those stamps into your kit, so you get even more. How cool is that? So they're 15% off, but you can add them to your starter kit. So, you know, you get a whole lot more than for your $169. I mean, you're already getting more because we have this joining special at the moment. Hey Leonie, how are you? Alright, now I'm going to talk as I cut, but what I'm going to do is use the middle layer. So for these dies, you've got the big layer, then the next, what I call the middle layer, and then the fine bright word. Okay, that's how the three of them layer together. I don't want to cut the big layer out of this. I only want the middle layer. Alright, so I'm going to pop that on there, and I don't want it to move. And I could use the magnetic, that's the word I want, the magnetic platform, but I can't bother digging it out, it's not quite handy. So I'm just going to pop this in our new die cutting machine, and I've lost the plate. Oh no, oh there it is. Oh my lord, did you see that? I had moved it and then forgot where I put it. Anyway, back to the stamp sale. Sorry, I'm die cutting this off camera. I can bring the new stamp cut emboss machine in. Mine's very worn already. It's very dirty. Oh gosh, I have used it like you wouldn't believe. The stamp sale, 15% off selected stamps. If you join the current joining special, so if you join today, the current joining special is you get the normal $235 worth of product. You get to choose. Plus you also get 2 free stamp sets and a card kit pack, so some card kits already made up, so you just have to stamp on them, and then a pack of rhinestones. All that for only $169. So it's really cool, worth considering, and the 15% off stamp sets you can add in as part of your $235 you get to choose of stock, and you get even more because obviously they're on sale. And I'm probably not making any sense, but hey, let's just create. Alright, so that's basically that layer is done. All I did then, pop it onto the cardstock. I'm just double checking here and make sure I've got everything and I haven't forgotten anything. Alright, I'm just going to glue this on. I didn't mount it on anything. I just added some glue. Whoops, I nearly put that in my coffee then. Oh, that would have been interesting. And because I can't create unless I have a coffee. I don't know if you can see, but I've got my Christmas mug because I'm making Christmas cards. My daughter did just say to me, when she saw me making the card, saw me making the coffee, oh my She said, you can't have that. It's not Christmas time. I went, yes, but I'm going to make Christmas cards, so that's why I've got my Christmas mug. Yeah, you can have Christmas mugs any time of the year. I didn't make it stick to the sides. What did make it stick to the sides? I lost you. Oh, what did I say, Lenny, that made no sense? Stick it to the sides. I don't know what you're talking about. Something I've said. Alright, so I'm just going to tape that on using our tear and tape. Alright, that is now ready to go onto our card base. And again, glued down, no dimensionals. And our liquid glue is the best thing since sliced bread. Love it. Gives you wiggle room. It's nice and quick, no mess. I store mine upside down in a, I don't know, I think this is, I got this from a $2 shop. No, actually, I got this from an op shop. It was like 50 cents. It's like one of those fancy coffee cup things, like the little espresso cups. And I went, that would be good for my coffee. I mean, my coffee. Oh. Yeah, maybe I should go to bed to start again. I need more of that coffee. Jeez. What am I doing now? Right. We are going to... So what I did, this one that I cut out from there, I'm going to put aside. We're using that for that card. Now I just need to cut this bright out. Which I've got a piece of handy dandy Whisper White here. Yes, Leonie. Make it stick to my insides, that coffee. I think I need something to go to my brain today. Goodness, my brain's on holidays today. Look at my plates. These are only new and look how well loved they are. My goodness. I kitted up yesterday my Snowflake Splendor, Snowflake Wishes card class, and man, there was lots of snowflakes I had to cut out for that. Wow. I was cutting non-stop. So yes, my poor plates are a little bit worse to wear because, I don't know, there was hundreds of snowflakes I had to cut yesterday. Ridiculous. I didn't think that through when I made that class. Right, so there's our bright. And I'm just going to use my tweezers to poke it out. I do have the, no, I need my poker tool. I do have the die brush, but I find sometimes it just, it's not needed for something like this. Just a little poke and out it pops. There we go. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Right, and now I know we don't sell these anymore. Such a shame. They're so good. Right. Your fine tip glue pen. I've got a frog now. Sorry, I can't glue and talk at the same time. So who has started making their Christmas cards? I was talking to a lady the other day, oh, sugar, who, there's too much come out there, no, who makes like and sends like 200 or so Christmas cards. I went, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? That is just, well, ridiculous. Sure, she keeps Australia Post in business this time of year. Not a lot of people send Christmas cards anymore, very unfortunate. I don't think I sent any last year. Oh, I was so slack. Oh, just... Alright, so that just sits in there. Let's pop it down. Yes, that red sheer ribbon is lovely. Just gorgeous. Alright. Now, we're going to put our bow on. We just have to do our sentiment as well. Then we'll do the other card. And yes, I use a lot of ribbon when I tie my bows. I can't help it. I'm just not a very good bow tire. tie of bows, I should say. A bow tie is something you wear. Yeah, you all know, if you've been following me for a while, you know I have an issue with finishing sentences. I'll start a sentence and not finish it and go on to something else. And the other thing is I can't tie bows to save myself. So, you know, if you ever get a card from me and you're expecting a perfect bow, not going to happen. Alright, just use a mini glue dot to stick our bow on there. Trim our tails. Yeah, see, I don't have an issue with bows. Oops, let's put the lid on this before it goes hard. Oh, this is going to be a challenge. I have new glasses, which are, yeah, not a great script, unfortunately. And, yeah, not that good at seeing. Now I've got glue there. And I love these words. These are so cool. Strip words or something. They are just so easy to use. They look really modern and I just love them. I don't care how I'm putting these on the block because I'm going to be cutting them out anyway. Okay, I actually don't know why I've got those two bits. I think it might have been for something else. I don't know. See, I did these ages ago, and I even prepped the pack of what I was going to use ages ago, and now I don't know why I did that. Huh. One of life's little mysteries. Alright, these are so easy. You can cut them out leaving a border, or cut straight on the line. And that's really handy, it's a straight line, because if you're like me, I can't cut or do anything straight to save myself. And I'm not measuring this, I'm just eyeballing it. So if it's a little bit crooked and a little bit quirky, it just adds to the card. Alright, now we're just going to use mini dimensionals, whoops, and they're a little bit wide for these, so I can't bother trying to get it straight, so I'm just going to use the edge. Don't ever waste the edge of your dimensionals. Just cut into the edge to get a lovely nice thin strip. End, and now the Mary. Alright, and now I didn't get my rhinestones out. We're just going to add some rhinestones. Oh, I can't get into my case. Ah. See, I wasn't terribly prepared, was I? Alright, now we want a bigger one for the, oops, the dot on our right, and just a few ones around on the centers of a few of those stars, snowflakes, whatever they're called. Good rule of thumb is like to have your 3 or an odd number of embellishments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5. Yeah, it'll do. There we go, there's one card done. Now our second one, so I'm just going to pop that there because that should look the same. Oh, look at that, they're the same. It's pretty cool. Alright, second one is even simpler. You have your white card base, your red, what's it called? Designer series paper. Oh wait, I need another sip of coffee. Oh. Alright, we already have this layer. Now we need to cut our big white layer and our small white word. I'm just going to pop them through. I'm not going to bring the stamp die cut and emboss machine back in view. It's just, you know, just what it is. I'm building up the muscles on my left arm because the way I have it on my desk is I use my left arm to wind it, and I'm not a lefty, so I'm building up my muscles. Okay, so there's our big bright and our word that our bright word we cut out from that one. Oh no, oh look at that, die on the floor. No. As long as I remember to pick that up later, and I don't look at my die set later and go, I'm missing a word, and then start panicking and looking everywhere because it's probably got kicked under the table and I've forgotten it was there. Alright, there we go. That's just going to sit on top. Now you could make this a different colour if you wanted to, but I was quite happy with just the white. Now I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on this. I hope you can see. I keep forgetting I zoomed in a little bit, so I've got it off camera a fraction. I'm sorry. Alright, so that is just lost my tweezers now. Alright, and then the fine tip glue pen for this one. Now we do have adhesive sheets, and you could use them when you die cut the words. They are perfect for things like this. But I don't have any handy. I do have some, they're just not handy right now. I actually don't know where I've put them. My office is a bit of a mess, so that's my excuse. I currently don't know where anything is. I'm having a bit of a clean up again, and I'm just, you know when you put things in a spot, I'll move them to their right spot later. Yeah, well, I don't know where their temporary home was, so I don't know where they are to put them in their right spot now. But I'm sure I'll find them when I get to the other end of my office. I'll probably come across a box that I haven't opened or has been stuff put on top of it. And then I'll go, oh, look what's that. Alrighty, so this one I'm going to put on with dimensionals. I want it a little bit raised. I can't find my big ones, so little ones will be fine. They're still the same. There's a theme, isn't there? I can't find stuff. It means I really need to clean up my space. Now I've got one stuck to me. That's probably a reflection of my mind. Really disorganised. Right. Let me get out from under there. Alright. So I'm going to put this up a little bit higher, not in the middle, because I want to leave room for that ribbon. Now this is where my pre-stamped and cut out holly leaves and things, and what are they called? I can say baubles, that's not the right term. They're, yep, no, it's gone. Oh, let's put this away. Hey Kathy, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Oh, there's always a replay if you miss me. And it'll go up on YouTube later as well. Alright. Holly leaves and, what are they? Betties. Holly Betties. Berries. Maybe. Berries? That's what they are. They're berries. Thank you, Kathy. I knew what you meant. You can blame the phone. Blame autocorrect on that, Kathy. That's what I would do. That's what I do all the time. Right, So my die cut berries, I'm just going to pop them in under a little bit, not all the way under. Still be able to see them. Oh, I'm sorry. The sneeze is coming back to haunt me now. My Nilly sneeze. My Clayton sneeze. The sneeze that wasn't. Anyone remember that? Clayton's drinks? Showing my age now. Weren't they a drink? Alcoholic, non-alcoholic drink that looked like an alcoholic drink or something like that. Clayton's. It was a drink you're having when you're not having a drink. Something like that. I don't know. That was 70s or something, wasn't it? Oh, I was only a baby then. I wish. Alright. So this is a bit painful just watching me glue all these in place. But at least they're pre-cut, so not as painful as it could have been. Alright, and now just the berries. I think out of the 2 cards, this is my favourite. Ah, thank you, Janice. So, which card do you like the best, everyone? The green, I'll call that the green one or the red one. Let's see what everyone's tastes are like. Oh dear. How is my wrist going? Kathy, it is a lot better. Thank you for asking. It is, I would say, 90% healed. I noticed the other day it was starting to get a little bit sore again. And it was when after I picked up the dog, holding the dog and putting him down was aggravating it. So, sorry buddy. No more picking up from me. So, yes, but other than that, it is really good. I can actually do like my cross stitching and it doesn't hurt, and yeah, I don't even give it a second thought a lot of days now. It's good. So the brace I wore to bed, even though it was uncomfortable and hot and all the rest of it on my wrist, the months did the trick. No surgery needed. Amazing. Right, so just going to wrap the ribbon around. Now you'll notice when I do my ribbon, I don't try and wrap it from the back to the front and then tie a bow into it. That would be like courting disaster if I was to do that. So I wrap it around, stick it at the back, and then make the bow separately and then stick the bow on with a glue dot. That works for me, and it's the only way I can do it. If I want ribbon and a bow on a card. And I've done this really unevenly, this bow. Lots of tail one end and not much the other. And that's, oh no, let's start that again. Yeah, maybe this bit of ribbon is too small for me. I did it again. Oh look, it's going to be what it is. That's it. That's going to be the bow. Or I can sit here for hours and fiddle, fluff around. I was going to say something else, but not going to happen. Glue dot. I love these glue dots. So handy. That will do. Cut this. Now if you find, like here, my ribbon doesn't want to sit flat to the card, just grab another glue dot on the end of your tweezers or scissors or whatever and just stick it under there where the bow is. Press it down and then your ribbon will sit a lot nicer. Alright, that is ready now to go onto our card. Make sure the card opens the right way. So has anyone voted? Red or green? What's your favourite? Everyone's very quiet. Have I bored you and you've all fallen asleep? Is that what's happening? So this is just going to pop on here. Again, no dimensionals, straight to the card front. When you're posting things, you have to be careful how many layers you put on it, how high it is, because it'll either get caught in the machine or they'll send it back and they want more postage. If it doesn't go through the slot, yeah, they'll go, no, sorry, send it back. You're going to have to put more stamps on that. And no one wants that. Right, so now we just need a Mary. Oh, you haven't seen the green one. There you go, that's the green one. Green and red. Sorry, they're out of camera. Ugh. Right. Let me put that there. Green one here. You see them now? And on this one I have Mary and again. You like both, Teresa? Now that's being a bit diplomatic. Come on, you have to decide. I'm going to let you get away with that. Right, let's cut these out again. Sorry, I can't talk and cut at the same time. Green one, Kathy. Oh, okay. Okay. Again with the side of our dimensional. And if you haven't noticed, I have 3 sets of scissors. They're my good Stampin' Up ones that I cut paper and stuff with. My blue ones are just for glue, because I'd hate to get my Stampin' Up ones all gumped up. And my red ones are for ribbon only. Yeah, I don't know, just what I've always had. Okay, Mary and... Right, there we go. There is our 2 cards. So I'll leave them for you to keep voting on. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Hey, how are you? Thank you for sharing. Right, now, if you just want to hang around, I'm going to do another card now. Now, this one I haven't designed. I haven't got one sample to show you. I came up with it in my head this morning. Scary, I know. Green, Teresa. Okay. Oh, green's popular. All right, I'm going to leave them there. Now, my idea... Wait, let me get this die cut off the floor before I forget. Sorry. Hang tight. Alright, let me actually put them away. Alright, so these are the Joy dies that I've used. That's my middle name, Joy, so I have to have these. Joy. Alright, the Joy dies and the Peace and Joy stamp set is what I've used for those. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Right, now I'm going to make a card using this stamp set. Remember him from last year? Snowman season. Oh, he is one of our 15% off stamp sets today. So I thought I would just make a quick card using him and show him a bit more love, because I doubt he will be in next year's Christmas catalogue. He's had 2 years of a run now, so I don't think we can expect much more from the poor snowman. Right, I have some basics cut. So I have a balmy blue card and some Snowflake Splendor DSP. I love this DSP. The watercolour wash, the colours, oh so pretty. And that's the other side. So, oh, love it. So I plan to put that on crooked. I know for all you people who have issues with that, I'm sorry, I apologise now. And then our little snowman I was going to put on here, but I wanted to emboss him first. Bear with me, I've got none of this out, okay? This was a last minute decision. I'm going to emboss him in white, I think. Right, let me get some scrap paper out. Now, I think I know what I'm doing with this, but like I said, it's in my head. So, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. I need my Versamark ink. Our little snowman. I'm going to do this little man. Or should I do, no, this one. Yeah. Okay. And then we want his arms. It's got to have some arms. One arm. Two arm. Sentiment. That one, let it snow. Thank you for everyone who's just joining me. I'll show you the cards I have made earlier in this live. I'm just moving on to this last one. So at the end, sorry, I'll show you the cards I've already made. This one I'm making with our Snowman Season Stamp Set because it's 15% off today. So I thought I'd bring him out for a little bit of an airing. Alright, so you're not going to see much here because Versamark is a clear ink. So you're not going to see where I'm stamping. But now I've got to try and see myself where I'm stamping. So I get it lined up. Alright, and then our sentiment. Let it snow at the top. Probably crooked because I am rushing it. I don't want the Versamark ink to dry, but it does stay wet longer, which means you can put your embossing powder on it. So tip off the excess. I'm just going to put this back in the pot, and I probably should have turned my fan off before I did this. Well, if I don't want embossing powder absolutely everywhere. Oh, okay. So end up with bonus stuff out of the bin stuck to me. Goodness. Right. So now I'm just going to heat emboss that. And again, you might not see much because it's white on white. But the next step will show it all. Sorry about the noise and the gun in the way. You can't see much past the heat gun. Okay, so all that powder I tipped on there has all melted. I just realised I've got to just need to flatten my edge because I need a new blade in my trimmer. Alright, so now we're going to make that pop. You probably can't see anything, and I don't know whether I can catch the light in the camera. But what I'm going to do now is colour it. So I'm just going to grab a sponge dauber and my balmy blue ink, and we're going to make this snowman pop. And I'm going straight over the words because I want them to be able to show against the blue. I'm not going to worry that the colouring I'm doing, the sponging is not perfect. When I get down to the snowman, I'm going to be really careful to not go over him, but just go around him. Now I could cut a mask out of this snowman and put that over the top, so I could have stamped him again on a bit of post-it note and then stuck him on the top of my stamped image here when I'm doing the sponging. But yeah, that's another way you can do it. But I thought this is a pretty easy shape that would be quite easy to go around him without going over him. But now I've said that, you watch me ink in him and I'll end up with a blue snowman. Alrighty. So there we have our little snowman. Oh, he's so cute. Now some of the ink would have got onto that embossing of the Let It Snow and his arms. So you just grab a tissue out, go over it to take off that blue. You'll probably see a little bit on the tissue. Bring that back to your stark white. And then we have our cute little snowman. You can't really see his buttons and stuff on the camera. I don't think that's showing up, but in real life you can actually see his little face and his buttons on him, so it does stand out enough. Alright, so I was going to stick that on there, put him on there, add a little bit of ribbon, and that is a very simple, easy card. You get quite a few of these made up for Christmas. Now I want to put some of this beautiful ribbon. Look at this beautiful ribbon. Oh, I love it. I just wanted to put some across under there. So I'm just going to find my double-sided tape. Now make sure when you do this your tape is not any wider than your little whatever you're putting on top of it, because then you're going to see the tape. If you have no nails to get the tape top off, the paper off, use something sharp to start it, lift it off. Oops, wait, I forgot the ribbon. Oh dear. Alright, I'm just going to stick the ribbon to the tape. So pretty, this ribbon. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Lots of sparkle to it. Alright, he is actually going to go on with dimensionals. Thank you everyone who has joined me. I made 2 cards earlier. I'll show them at the end, so if you want to hang around, I'll show you the other 2 that I made. This is a last minute add to what I was making today, because this Snowman Season stamp set is 15% off in our 24-hour stamp sale today. Finishes at midnight tonight. Now I am in Australia, so if you're outside of Australia you cannot purchase from me. You'll have to find your closest or demonstrator. But I will put a link up for my online store. There is a link already on my page, my Facebook page, to my online store if you're interested. Alrighty, there's our cute little snowman. Hard to get him straight when this paper's crooked, but it's okay. Now I wanted to add in some little snowflake sequins. These are so cute. And I'm hoping they're going to stand out okay on the blue paper. I'm going to use my take your pick tool to pick them up with, because they are tiny. And he's going to be juggling a few snowflakes. So we're just going to dab of this fine tip glue pen. Use the putty end of the Take Your Pick tool. Grab a snowflake, pop it on. These snowflakes are great if you're doing shaker cards. They look really cool. Okay, one more up here. And there we go. Our little snowman card is done. So cute. So I'm just trying to put this thing back in. Alright. I am done. Now I'm going to bring back in the cards that I made earlier. So you can see. Right. There's our little snowman, and these are the two that we made earlier. So I have the green. Let me just move one away. I had a sample. If you only knew, you didn't watch earlier, see earlier. I had these two as my samples, and these two I made. So we have 3 Christmas cards for you today. Which is your favourite? Vote your favourite. If you're in Australia, you may just find one of these in your mailbox next week. So let me know which is your favourite. I might do a draw and give the 3 of them away. Yeah, so thank you for watching, everyone. Don't forget, today is our 15% off stamp sale. It goes to 24 hours, finishes at midnight tonight. There's a select range of stamps at 15% off. If you're interested in joining the joining special finishes at the end of the month, if you join today, you can add any or all of those 15% off stamps to your starter kit. So you choose $235 worth of product, pay only $169. If you join in September, you also get extra 2 stamp sets for free, plus a pack of rhinestones and a couple of card kits. And if you join today, you can add those 15% off stamps as well. So you get even more for your money, and you get all that, and you only pay $169 and no shipping fee. So it's really cool. I'd love to have you on my Simply Inked team. And if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. There's a link to my shop on my Facebook page, but I'll also add it in above this video if you're interested in purchasing any of the supplies I've used today or any of the stamps that are on sale today. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Oh, thanks, Kathy. You still like the green. Okay. Alright, so please vote. Let me know which is your favourite. I'd love to send these out to people. And yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. And stay safe. Hope you have lots of crafting adventures in the next week, and I'll catch you next Wednesday. Stay safe, be well, happy creating. Bye-bye.